Alright, so how can you get the most out of this course? One thing I hate when I'm taking an online course is when the instructor just hands me the course and gives me no further instructions or guidance. I can't ask him any questions if something's not working and there's nothing I can do about it. And that's why in this course I want to offer you guys some one-on-one, so make sure you go ahead and take advantage of that. And I'll show you how you can do that later on in this lecture. But the first thing you need to do is to actually get started. So, congratulations on watching this lecture, but you need to continue forward until you get to your first project lecture, where you can create your first project and have something solid that you can say you drew. The next thing you have to do is to finish the course. Making sure you go through every lecture and finishing every assignment is very important. There are no great artists who got to where they are by not practicing. The lectures are specifically designed to teach you how to do it and remember it so that you can then practice on your own. Also, the course isn't a race, so go ahead and take your time taking it step by step. Don't try to take it all in at once. Try to go through it about one lecture a day, just so you don't get overwhelmed. But if you want to move a little quicker, that's perfectly fine too. So, along with watching a lecture a day, make sure you're practicing every day too, whether that be doing an assignment or drawing on your own. Finally, the last thing you need to do to get the most out of this course is to participate. And what I mean by this is you need to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, you're just going to be lost and frustrated if you run into trouble. So make sure you take advantage of the fact that I personally answer all your questions. And you can post all your questions in the Q&A section of the course, which I'll show you how to do right now. Alright, so to post a question in the Q&A section, the first thing you're going to want to do is come to your course dashboard. Then, once you've done that, you're just going to go ahead and click this little Q&A tab. After you've done that, you're going to scroll down, and right here it'll say search for a question. So what you're going to want to do is type your question in this box and search for it, because I may have already answered it for another student. And so make sure you do that before you ask a new question. But if you can't find your question after doing that, you can go ahead and come right over here and click Ask New Question. So once you've done that, it'll say question title right here, and you'll just put a title for your question. Then down here in the description, you'll just go ahead and put your question. So I really want you guys to get into the habit of using this tool because it's super useful. So for now, for this lecture, what I want you to do is go to the Q&A section, and in the question title, I want you to go ahead and put your name, and then down in the description, I want you to put a little description about yourself and who you are and what kind of projects you're working on. I'm really interested in knowing what my students are up to and seeing their art. So while you're doing that, if you need to, you can add some links by using this little linking icon. And if you want to add some photos of your art or art projects that you're doing, you can use this icon right here and you can add an image. And also later on in the course, you'll be using that too to show me your artwork. So that's all for this lecture, guys. I can't wait to learn more about you and see your art.